to talk about stuff instead of being out and about and enjoying the beautiful weather, which you could do as well. Let's start off by allowing ourselves for the next 2 hours. This is my spiel, so if you've heard it before, don't zone out. See if you can hear it in Spanish. Yeah? Really, you have the opportunity for the next 2 hours to train your mind to think about your experience of life in a different way. If you allow yourself to step into the potentiality of a better you, a more enlightened you, a happier you, a less suffering you, if you allow yourself, that's possible. If you allow yourself to step into the realm where that can occur, these next 2 hours could be that for you. I'm just going to say a bunch of blah blah, and the blah blah can have ultimate meaning, no meaning, or neutral meaning, utterly dependent on your ears and your past karma and a whole bunch of other stuff. So what I'm saying is you have some control, or it seems you have some control over that, and that's about attention, awareness, letting the negativity that you might have come your way slide past for a change. Allow yourself that luxury for 2 hours, and maybe you do enough of those 2 hours and that becomes a new pattern in you, and you can be the better you, the happier you, the less distressed you, the warmer you, the stickier you. So to do that, let's do this thing that if our minds are continuously going in reverse because we're forever reacting to our world, let's go to neutral. And to do that, let's take a few moments to breathe, and we're going to do a short meditation before we learn about meditation, and that will get our minds in a neutral enough zone to be able to put it into a forward motion. And as it's tradition in Tibetan, or this system, we're going to do this funny blah blah for those of you who know it. And what it is you're imagining a most perfect world, a universe, time and space and beings in it that are completely perfect. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever that feels like for you, you're creating that from the center of this, expanding from this place outwardly, and then you're offering it to whatever that thing is that allows your mind to capture blah blahs as ultimate teachings. Yeah? So you're saying, please, whatever the hell that is, please turn on in me for the next couple of hours. I offer you a perfect universe. Yeah?
Sashi
Ukil Jushin Metotram Viramin Shin Yindegam Padi Sangha Shindu Mitewagi Dropun Nanda Shinlatu Parsho Idam Guru Ratnamandalatam Niyatayami
Sanghe
Chudam Soki Choknam La Jamshu Bardu Dakni Kyapsuchi Naki Junye Gipet Sonam Ki Drola Ganchir Sanghe Druparsho
Sanghe
Chudam Soki Choknam La Jamshu Bardu Dakni Gyapsuchi Naki Junyen Gipet Sonam Ki Drola Banchir Sanghe Druparsho
Sanghe
Chudam Soki Choknam La Shu Hardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Junyen Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Panchir Sangye Druparsho.
And just take a comfortable seated position. We'll take a short meditation. The idea is you're stable in your seat. Your body's not going to distract you for the next few minutes. So whenever you're comfortably seated, the back part of your butt is a little higher than your knees. The point is that your back is straight, your spine is like a stack of coins. You imagine something pulling you up from the crown of your head. So you feel a sense of energy moving up and a sense of energy pulling you down. And you're suspended in between the two. And just take a breath. And observe that breath as it enters and exits your nostrils. Quickly scan your base and your torso and your arms and your shoulders and relax any tension that you feel there. This is perfect relaxation. Suspended. And then give it a little bit more focus around your face, relaxing any tension around your brows. See if you can turn up the edges of your lips so you've got a tiny smile that opens up something around your nostrils. Your shoulders are not slouched forward. You're just finding that perfect balance. And once you find it, make a commitment to lock it in. No itch, no stretching, nothing's going to distract you. It will be waiting for you after you come out of meditation. You can scratch away then. And now I want you to turn your attention to the sensation of the breath as it enters your nostrils. See if you can feel the coolness of it hitting the back of your nostrils. Place your mind there. Where is that sensation? Once you have that, see if you can have a focus on the sensation of the air exiting your nostril. Maybe there's tiny, tiny hairs moving just at the tip of your nose. And if the attention moves away, just bring it back quite naturally, either to the inhale or the exhale. And gradually your mind is placed on the breath, tightly on the breath. And when you feel a sense of relaxation there, where your mind is utterly on the breath, you have some control. I'd like you to invite the most perfect teacher in front of you, a manifestation of the best essence you can imagine. Maybe it's somebody you know, maybe it's somebody imaginary. It doesn't matter, your mind can be placed upon it. Invite them to please come. Just the thought of that brings them in front of you. Make them seated in the same posture you are, facing you. Maybe slightly transparent, glowing a little bit with light, signifying their wisdom, their love. See if you can catch a glimpse of their eyes. The idea here is you feel their presence. What would it be like if you're just sitting with them for a moment? Just you and them. Step into that sensation, connect with them, and then think why they are a teacher. What is it about them you revere? How do they teach you? What qualities do you find excellent in them? And once you think of one of those qualities that you'd like to have, you feel a certain reverence. You experience that in your thoughts, in your emotions. The fact that you can see them makes them possible for them to emerge in you. That's how they teach you. So you make them some kind of offering in gratitude. And this can be anything from the most beautiful sunset you've imagined to the most magnificent sensation you've ever felt. Or it could be as simple as the texture of a rose petal on their fingers. So now turn your awareness to anything that could possibly block your development. Anything that might be lingering in your mind, in the conscience of your mind, something you've done in the past that might have brought some negativity in the world. Maybe you had a state of mind of anger or jealousy or malice. I want you to think back at that specific point in time and generate a kind of regret for having lost watchfulness and having found yourself there, realizing that every action of mind, body or speech will have its consequences and you'll be forced to experience the repercussions of that. So this is a kind of regret, it's not guilt. By placing your mind on this with regret, you're beginning to clean that negativity as an obstacle to progress. By seeing it as something that blocks your progress, you're building the new habit to not do that again. So see if you can make a promise to yourself that the next time that arises, that opportunity to be angry or jealous or malice, that you won't take up the opportunity, that through this thoughtfulness, you'll restrain yourself. And that cleans you a little. It opens the doorway for you to feel and experience a lighter sense of you. And with that state of mind feeling somewhat cleaned, step into a memory of a thing you did in the recent past where you brought some happiness into the world. You brought some joy to another person. Or you thought about things with wisdom. Think back in your day and see where you did some good in the world. See yourself doing that. See the effects of that. And realize that that in itself will continue to bring you similar results in your future. And have some sense of joy about having done good. See if you can allow yourself to feel an expansion around your chest, a kind of love that every human can feel when they do good. Think how many other people in the world do moments of goodnesses and how easily they are overlooked. For this moment, see if you can place your mind on as many beings on the planet doing goodnesses, making other people happy, clearing obstacles, removing tensions, feeding hungry, giving company to the lonely. See if you can imagine the faces of those people that are doing that quite open-heartedly around the world, and feel a joy for them. And with that state of mind, look at your teacher and ask them please to always teach you, regardless how you find yourself, regardless what happens to you. May you always hear their voice. May you always see the teachings. And ask them please to stay close. And as you ask them that, they begin to rise up, turn to face the same direction you're facing, begin to get smaller in size, until they shrink down to the size of about a thumb, and they sit just above the crown of your head, powerful, filled with all the wisdom you require, accessible to you there. Feel how close it is to you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. See if you can maintain whatever state of mind that you found positive in that process. Give yourself the space to hold it for the next hour and a bit. Yeah. You should be smiling. So first of all, thanks for coming. I want to do something slightly different. I know I rushed the last class. I want to give people room to ask questions about the teaching that Geshe gave last week. So who was here last week? Yeah. Thanks for coming to that. He keeps texting me every day and sending me to Buddhahood, so I'm very happy. He's like, I hope you find your Buddhahood. And I'm like, thank you. Say hi to your students. Lama Hector, it's so beautiful. Every morning and every evening he sends me long life. So I'm happy. I want to talk about if you have any questions about that. I also see so many new faces here and some old faces just walking in. So I want to give people a quick opportunity just to say who they are, and if you're open enough, see, this is where you could really step into that next 2 hours, is identify what you're looking for. You can have it in your mind. We're all looking for something. Everybody's looking for something. Who said that? Yeah. Oh, that's the Eurythmics. Thought it was going to be some Buddha. See, because we're a group of people who are not out in the streets of New York enjoying the sunshine. Something lovely happened in New York too, the 2-something million people, however many million there are here. And it turned into a really nice day that felt pleasurable in your skin. Something turned that on, and it wasn't the sunshine. Yeah, that happened to everybody, and it wasn't just the sunshine. That might be the vehicle by which we felt pleasure, but collectively we felt some pleasure. Plus spring is there, and everybody's excited. I'm not allowed to say naughty words anymore. So why are you in here and not out there? So I'd invite you, if you're open enough, to share that, and we can really turn a notch on what we're learning, and then the 2 hours becomes a very serious imprint in your mind because you're vulnerable. Scary shit. So I'm going to start. I'm going to ask everybody to at least say your name. If you want to say your name and how you identify yourself, like, I'm a consultant, you know. I'm happy for that. But let's make it really short and to the point. if you want to identify yourself with, for me, the ultimate identification would be what we seek. Yeah. So why we come to these things, weird things in the middle of Manhattan. So your name, how you identify yourself. If it's scary, it's good. Yeah. If you're resisting it, step into it. But do something different. And if you're usually a blah blah person, keep it really short. And if you're really a quiet person, maybe say a few extra words. Like try something. Yeah. So thank you for that. And be interesting for you to know each other as well. For some reason we're connected here. Let's figure it out. It'll be impactful if you allow it to be. So I'll start. My name is Hector Marcel Geronimo Ochoa Peralta de Fiorelli de Malacaria II. I was born when I was very young. What am I seeking? I learned these things from a holy person some 17 years ago. And I hated it. I was living my normal life and I was unhappy and I was comfortable in my unhappiness. And then something smashed me in the face that put a logic over my life that I couldn't refute. And then I had to follow some instructions. And so at the end of those 17 years, I don't feel that I'm that great at what I've learned. So I was asked if I could teach it so I can be better. And I'm doing that. My purpose for being here is if I can give you a touch of that sensation I met 17 years ago, I think your life will be blessed. That's why I'm doing it. Hi.
Hi, my name is Justin Brayboy Hapner. I'm a dancer, actor, singer, acrobat, personal trainer, or whatever. I'm here to get direct transmissions from this lineage so that I can do my best to be authentic and accurate and pass everything along to those that seek advice from me in a very, very personal way, and so that I don't muddy anything up. I don't want to be the link in the chain that messes everything up. And I just want to follow in my teacher's footsteps and help other people to do the same.
Nice, thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Carolina, and I'm here because I just want to grow as a person, and I hate to sound cheesy, but I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want to see people around me suffer anymore. And I see patterns, my thought patterns, and I really want to change them, change the seeds I have planted in my mind, and be a better person and help other people be a better people.
Nice, thank you, Carolina. Hi.
Hi. My name's Kevin. Here kind of looking for direction, I guess, and focus. I have a lot of energy and a lot of creative force coming through me a lot, but it's very, I'm looking more non-honed, and I feel I have a greater part in things, and I'd like to get better at seeing the opportunities, this vision.
I hope you get it. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Julie, and I'm here to learn more about the practice because it's changing my life since I began. So just want to know more.
Which practice?
This Tibetan Buddhism.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm about 5 months pregnant, and I'm having a baby boy. So I'm here to actually learn to meditate because, as Hector said, if we're not doing it now, we're rolling the course, like when are you ever going to do it? So that's really inspired me to just clear my mind, and that's the goal.
Nice. For both of you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm here because I've gotten a little sense of how amazing and just the tiniest little bit life change. I mean, I've gotten a small taste of how life-changing this practice is, and so I'm really excited to be here to become happy and to help everyone else get happy too.
That's nice. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Heather. I'm an art teacher, and I'm here because I'm looking for strength. I feel like I've read a lot, and I've been in a lot of different experiences, but I have a hard time consistently practicing, and so that's why I'm here.
Nice. Consistently practicing. Nice, in an ever-changing world. Hi.
Hi.
Alright.
I'm Eli. I live life. I come because I get a ease and a comfort and a peace of mind from the thoughts and ideas that I get from this course. I used to think there was a purpose for my life, or think there was a purpose. I had a purpose in life, and I was searching it, and now I realize that I'm living it. And I want all the people in my life, plus everyone, to know that they all have that power within them.
I love you. Hi.
That's hard to follow.
It's a competition, alright? Someone gets Frankie here, he's gonna have to be president of the universe. Intergalactic enlightenment.
That needs a promotion. I'm Liron. I'm here because about, I don't know, January, I started feeling like I want to meditate, so I walked around and asked people how to meditate. And I thought I was going to get some simple instructions. And then I realized that I had all these ideas that I'd been helping people, and that they didn't actually manifest into helping people, and so the two are kind of playing together into figuring out how things maybe actually work. And I'm seeing how complete and how life-changing this is, and I'm busy. I'm scared of that. It's a lot to take on.
We'll simplify it. Yeah, it's such an interesting thing. When you step into this finish, you can never finish learning, let alone to start practicing. But eventually we'll get to choosing the right practice, the right medicine for the disease. Yeah, and you can find it. It's beautiful that you see that already. Hello.
Hi, I'm Colleen, and I am here, I think, my immediate focus is around the notion of procrastination that Yeshua Michael was talking about in his last teachings in New York, and just thinking about prioritization and how to bring this into my life in a more real way that I've been able to commit sort of in the daily sense in my now going on 3 years of coming to these classes. So just keep trying.
I felt like I only met you the other day.
I know.
Wow.
It's not true.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Carolina, and this is my second class here. Started late. My cousin comes to the class, Katharina. She's not here today. I'm looking for healing. Basically, I have a lot of wounds, emotional wounds that I haven't been able to heal, and I'm looking for peace in my heart and healing.
Beautiful. I think you can find self-medication. Yeah, hopefully they heal. Nice. Hi.
This sucks. My name is Harvey. To be honest, I don't know why I'm here. I'm trying to figure it out. It's kind of coming full circle because I've been coming for a while, and I think it was in the 90s I heard James speak back in the cafe.
Wow.
So then there was a big break. But I mean, I grew up Buddhist. My grandmother was practicing Buddhism, the whole family is. But now it's like a reflection because now I can see why they're doing it and understanding. It's almost like being Catholic and going to church and don't know really why you're going to church. But now I can see the patterns in my childhood and my family, and it's like, oh, that's why they're doing it. Because they never explain it to you, especially in Chinese families where it was like, just do it. So now it's kind of like, oh, now I know why it's doing it, and now I know why it's like, oh, that's why my family's so messed up. But so it's all kind of coming together, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
Great. That's good, honest. I like that. Thank you. Hi, Desiree.
Hi, I'm Desiree. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm an assistant, yogi, everything. A year ago, my life was really different, and I started practicing yoga, and that changed things just a little bit. But then 6 months ago, I stumbled across this path, and it's the one thing that really started to change things a lot. So I'm here to continue learning, and really, I was speaking to somebody about this the other day. I've gotten this far, this much changes have happened, and I'm doing this half-assedly. What could happen if I really applied myself?
You can screw it up a lot.
Not really.
Not really. Not at all. Not at all. You understand
so yeah,
it.
I keep coming to see what could happen if I can really take it seriously.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Hello. Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm here to be happier and help others be happy and help the world. That's it.
Thank you. Hi.
I'm Rosalie, and I work in the theater, and I'm here because it's the only place to be right now. Can't imagine anywhere else I would be, so that's why I'm here.
Thank you, Rosalie. Hi.
Hi, I'm Logan. I'm a writer, a musician, and I guess I kind of stumbled onto this stuff through yoga. But I think what I'm doing here right now is I'm looking for a way to connect what I do as an artist to the spirit world or to a greater sense of purpose. I feel like art's a really powerful tool, and it would be awesome to put stuff out in the world that had genuinely deep, authentic meaning for people.
Thanks, Logan. There is. But, and you're right, art and theatre and all these things have power in them. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Tim. And I guess I'm currently kind of practicing being a nomad. I don't know what that really looks like, but it's, it's not terribly nomadic. But anyhow, the point is that I'm kind of here because I've never really been able to ask for help before. I've always thought I could do it myself. And it was a really humbling experience several months ago when I realized that I couldn't. But it didn't feel like disempowering. It felt more like an empowering moment to say, I need help. And I had found someone who could offer that.
I think that's beautiful. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah also. And I just like coming here. I don't know. And in the morning we go to meditation. It's just, I started coming and I feel so, I don't like to feel that I'm in the rat race, and I feel like it's a really special place. If you could get this down in New York City, you could really, that's it. Like, what could be more difficult than that? Being able to be calm and meditate in New York and not feel that you're in the whole like hustle and bustle. So and the times that I do come here, I feel really like a sense of peace and like it's all good. And also the other plan though is to like, I want to share this with, you know, my family and my friends and random people, and we work with little kids, and so I hope at some point to pass this on to like the teachers so that they could get that going early on with the children. So
Great. It's so beautiful to hear all your stories. I wish I'd done it earlier. Thank you for being so open. And also what I'm hearing is, you know, this thing that, you know, Tibetans gave a label to, the Buddhists, the Isams, etc., the yogis. It's an unnamed thing, you know. The name is just a thing we give it. That thing which flows through art, that thing which flows through love, that thing which flows. Getting that, this is just like an instruction manual from a specific system to get to that. What's beautiful about it is that you can get all these things that you're talking about. You know, you alluded to it, Eli, so thank you. You're giving me so much insight. I'm really grateful for that. Thanks. Hi.
Hi, my name is Peter, and you know, I chose this path when I come to study the classes because I think this is like the coolest, best system I've ever found for how to live my life. So that's definitely why I study these classes. But what actually gets me to come to class every week is the people here. It's my friends here, meeting new people, and it's just fun. So when I think like, oh, I'm going to class tonight, it's not like, oh, I'm going to be studying course 3, number 7. It's because I want to see people that I care about.
That's beautiful.
So.
Thank you, Pierre. And I'd like to interrupt the flow by asking Peter to please come to the front. I think it's this one. Come over.
Okay.
So these courses, I taught 18 courses over 20 years in a Tibetan monastery, and you have to memorize all this stuff. So we in the West have figured out that we can shrink it to 5 years, give you quizzes, exams, homeworks, and then that gives you a chance to memorize or internalize some of it. Yeah, we learn differently. And out of all the people here, I have a certificate for ACI 1, the first course, for Peter. Congratulations for doing. So class work average 100%. Final examination 98. I know that number is cheating number. Yeah. Total course average 100%. A plus. It's totally nerdy. No, but it's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It's beautiful because doing that, I know it's a piece of paper, but it's such an accomplishment to get these 18 courses down. This is. Geshe Michael Roach did this for the very first time in 1993, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. First time ever. He's sitting there in Tibetan, Sanskrit, translating as we go all the stuff we're learning. Imagine, I was thinking about this yesterday, imagine meeting a person on the planet that can read squiggly things that you've got no clue what they say. Yeah, 100,000 pages, 200,000 pages, 8 million pages of squiggly black marks. You've got zero idea what they mean. Zero. We're walking around going, hey, drinking's fun, sex is fun. It is, yeah. And then there's this creature you meet, and they can look at these squiggles and say to you just the right words in your language. Imagine that. Imagine meeting that. So that first happened in the 90s. Never before these concepts from the squiggles to something that A, you can read, B, you can understand, C, you can practice. You know, meditation in the West up until recently meant empty your mind. Bullshit, it doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. But you won't know that unless you can understand the squiggles. And somehow we managed to get the entire 20 years down on a 5-year thing, translating painstakingly, because this creature on the planet can see those squiggles, understand its meaning, know how to practice it, and put it in your language. And so that certificate over there has that power in it. Since then, we've never taught the entire course again until John Stillwell started in this class 3 years ago. Yeah? And this is the third time now. So I'm track 3. So it's not like it's available everywhere. First, you got to get the squiggles into paper and language, and secondly, to transferable. Yeah? Extremely rare. Amazing stuff. So Peter, thank you for doing the work, because it means you get it, you've practiced it, you've got an extra seed in you to be able to make this real. It's not just ideas, it changes lives if you have that seriousness. So encourage all of you to get a certificate. Hello.
Hi, my name is Flavia, and I'm here to understand reality, and my reality more than, well, everyone's, but you know, and then to become more compassionate.
Beautiful. Reality and compassion, look at that. We've got the answers for you. Hi.
Hi, I'm
Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Hector.
Sorry, my finger is weird. It's crooked.
This time around, I'm called Paul, and I'm here to remove the suffering from all beings in all worlds, everywhere. But I take these classes with Hector as a review because I've taken them before, and I add to my notes as we go along. And I have a note here from October 21st, 2009. It says, I asked for and received my object of meditation from Mama John tonight, maintaining the oral tradition.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. We'll talk about that today. Thank you, Paul. Wow. Hi.
I'm Anna, and I'm here to learn how to meditate and to really practice it. But ultimately, I seek to be at peace with death and accepting the whole concept of dying.
Beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. You know, probably you asked about, you said reality and compassion, and Anna, you said death. You know, the reality of that in our state is a great motivator to get us to understand these concepts beyond concepts as practical things. That you that observes you trying to practice, that you that observes the you trying to meditate, the you that observes the you, that doesn't change at death, that doesn't change at birth. And that thing, if we get deep into this stuff, is you can touch a beautiful experience of that thing. And I hope you do. Mm-hmm. Hello, bird.
I'm Birdie, and this is a very special container here. I never thought that I would enjoy cleaning my mind.
Huh.
And this path, really, this lineage makes me believe that enlightenment is possible, and that's why I'm here, so that I can join everyone in enlightenment. It's a race to enlightenment, and we're all going to win together. Race to Hector!
Hooray! Thank you, thank you. That's beautiful, Bert. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I came to these teachings a year ago, and I think the timing was amazing because I was tired of making the same sort of mistakes over and over again with just sort of a different flavor maybe. So I was ready to kind of let go and be open to what the teachings had to offer, and it's magical, and I'm putting away my measuring cups of what I think life should be, and there's a letting go that's happening with this practice, and it's and I can see the transformation, and so I guess I can also just see how it helps my relationships with other people, and how just by my efforts to make myself a better person leads to an infinite exchange with others that has now a flavor of compassion and love and vulnerability and authenticity, someone was saying, and all of those like qualities that you can really grow. Like you can decide what qualities are important to you and grow them, and that's so cool. And you can decide the ones that you don't like, and you can just work on cleaning them up, and I love it.
Wow.
So thank you so much.
Thank you all for teaching.
Hi, my name's Jen. I also came here about a year ago. I had been wanting to learn how to meditate better for a while, and when I came here, I was actually at a point of extreme distress, and I was really appalled by the distress I saw around me. And I knew the day I came here that I was coming here for refuge before we got that teaching. It was really weird. This is, and I just knew that was why I was here. And this is the first place, one of the first places I found that really gives me tools to be able to, I guess, deal with that and finally be able to do something about it for the better. And one of my favorite parts about coming to classes is when Hector starts it and he says to clear the space and start stepping into the being you can become. And that's been happening, and I love that. It's really freeing, because I can really make it however I want it to be, and I want to. This is the first time I feel I can take my experiences, instead of being smushed by them, I can use them to actually help others from that. So it's kind of making a positive out of the muck. But for me,
When I learned about why the Tibetans have, or the Buddhists have the lotus as a symbol, it's that it's this purity that comes out of the muck. It grows in mud and on the edges of ponds, and it's full of crap and dirt, but out of it comes this unstained, beautiful, clear lotus. This is what the practice is doing. It's beautiful to hear you say that. No, thank you. I'm learning. We're just going to relax. Let's swap. Hi, Frank.
Hi, Hector. I'm Frank Trippett Rathbone. I'm a musician and a teacher. I'm here for the first time because Hector invited me. I'm also here to try to loosen the grip of fear and judgments so that I can better follow my bliss. Just
Right on.
Right on. Thank you. I got to tell you, when I met Frank, I fell in love with you. I'm like, I want to hang around a person like that. I think the first words that come out of his mouth is, I'm going to go and see my teacher. And I'm like, cool. So honestly, you've got something that I wish I could have. Hello.
Hi, I'm Vivian, and for a while now this is the first day I came, and for a while I've been thinking about why am I in this world, and why am I in this body, and why do I know the people I know, and it's always very confusing to me, and I feel lost many times, so that's why I think
So
that
nice to
brought
meet
me
you.
here.
Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Hi. I'm Kevin. I'm here for the first time also with my wife Vivian. And I think I'm here because she encourages me to experience new things. I was raised Catholic, and I still consider myself Catholic, but I'm opening up to different ways of being a part of this world. I think that we are connected, and I find myself frustrated and angry most about 8 hours a day until the weekend. And I just don't want to feel that way. I'll accept it sometimes, but I don't want to feel like that all the time. So
That's beautiful.
That's what I'm interested in.
Thanks for both of you. I grew up Catholic. I was or in Argentina, you can't not be, as soon as you're a sperm, you're Catholic. You're Catholic. So, and maybe it gets a little weird, but I have to tell you this. I think I have a deeper understanding of all those things that I learned in Catholicism or any Christian faith, because I get to deconstruct it using this mask, and I clean away any of the judgments and the negativity that are, the guilt and all this other stuff that actually causes my stress. Yeah, so because of this, and I did the whole pendulum. I'm not Catholic, I'm not Christian at all. I'm a Tibetan Buddhist. Now I'm doing the whole return, which isn't neither. They're just words and garbs and dresses over a thing that everybody touches. And I'm learning this as, so it's actually a beautiful thing that can get the patterns of before switched into your biggest strengths. Yeah. So I hope you get that, both of you. Yeah. That's good.
Hi, I'm Sahar, and I'm an artist. This is my second class. I was invited by my friend Anahita, and thank you, Nate. And guess I'm here for healing and peace of mind, and I like that it's a community that we're doing this in. Like practicing awareness of compassion and all these things as a community. It's nice. And then I'd like to learn and then like pass it on to my family members and friends.
That's beautiful. I gotta say, first I got all excited when I learned that these things can actually work. So, I'm like a newborn Buddhist, born again Buddhist. Like, piss off Catholicism, here I'm a Buddhist. So I go home and I'm like, Mom, you gotta watch this video. It's like, from all of them, So I had to just do it on my own. And then lead by example. And then all of a sudden my family's like doing this stuff, whatever they call it, I don't care. But we're sharing this stuff, and my God, it's beautiful. When you see a suffering brother, let's say, that was really hurting, watch you for 10 years and not do anything, they just watch you. And every now and then say something that they're watching you. And then they say, can you show me how to do that? And you do it without any pressure, and you see their lives change. It's really beautiful. Hope you
Hi. Hi everyone. My name is Elle, and I was introduced to this class by Danielle, and it's my second time here. I grew up Buddhist my whole life, but I went to Catholic school my whole life. And when I was growing up, there was always a reason why I never converted to Catholicism, and I stayed Buddhist, even though I think I know more about Catholicism on paper than I do about Buddhism. Like you said earlier about growing up in a Buddhist family, you just do because that's what they tell you. So my boyfriend, hopefully soon-to-be husband, is Coptic Christian, and in order to get married to me, I have to convert. So I think I'm here because I'd like to reground myself and find my roots again so that I can go through this conversion to Catholicism with an open heart and understand why we're here and why he's with me and why I didn't convert when I was a kid and why it's like it's coming back again. So there's a reason maybe why I need to have both of these in me. This stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm emotional about it. It's the first time I'm getting emotional about it. It's been kind of a process for a long time.
Wow.
Anyway, so
Catholicism.
Yeah,
It's
no,
crazy.
it's a weird little thing.
You know, you
yeah.
guys came this way, I'm going that way.
Yeah. All I can tell you is that I studied comparative religion after I met this thing because I figured, what's this thing? It's weird, it feels alive, and I don't like it. Yeah, but it's, everyone's seeking, and then you find something, and you're like, that's weird. Yeah. So I felt something, and I was uncomfortable with it, and so I went to NYU and go, before I dive into the Buddhist thing, I better do comparative religion, figure out which one to pick. Yeah. And so I did comparative religion, and I figured this one I'll pick. I'm going to reiterate that there is something alive about this one, because I've also been to Nepal and met Tibetan families who have been doing Buddhism for generations, and they're doing all the rituals and all the practices, and when I dig just a little layer in why, how does this work, they answer, because my mum taught me. Yeah, but how does it function? Yeah. Oh no, you just pour the water in there and wish that you get rich. Okay. There isn't a depth in there. This thing turned on for me a depth that I could label onto any practice. No name practice, Christian practice, Hindu practice, Buddhist practice. It's just human practice. So there's something on, and then when you see the on here, you could see the on in the other traditions. You might see them dead. You can see the potential of it being on, if that doesn't sound too weird. You can see the ritual not having life, but you could see why that ritual could be alive. And then when you scan, let's say, a Christian practice, and you find a person that's actually got that practice alive, you recognize it. You see the on. It's beautiful. Hope you find that. Yeah. Hi, Bill.
My name is Hans Raj Billy Gopi Singh. Very multicultural, 5 generations away from India. The last name Gopi means that I was a descendant of the Brahmin priests that took care of Krishna. So I have a strong connection to Krishna as my God. I'm very compassionate growing up, ever since I was a child. So Buddha is my teacher. I come here because of a space very sacred. As I started to age, I work in banking and finance as a lawyer. As I started to age, spirituality is kind of automatically taken over my life. So I come because the space is very sacred, it's very intuitive. I weave in and out spiritual communities for the last 10 years in New York City, and this space feels right to meditate and to learn about Buddha on an academic perspective. I grew up Hindu, so things were taught orally from your mom, your dad, and your priests. You never really had a textbook and written exams to learn karma or how to meditate. Meditate was taught at 4 or 5 years old. Everyone knew how to meditate. So I come here to very, the people here draw me to because everyone's eager to learn how to meditate, and I'm in cultural shock that it wasn't taught in the West. People that work in a corporate bank always ask me how to meditate, and I didn't really take them serious either. But now it's beginning to realize that you never learn how to do it growing up. I'm very creative. I'm a Pisces. I don't really talk a lot, so this is very unusual for me to be the center of attention too. I'm a foodie. I work in a soup kitchen. I have a lot of joy to feed people a nutritional meal. Our soup kitchen is on the first Saturday of every month. Some of the people come here, and we cook vegetarian food, mostly organic food, and it's a good way to serve and give. And I plan to finish all 18 courses here if I stay in New York.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thanks so much. Thank you. Walter.
That's my name. My name is Walter John Brzezinski. Why am I here? I think I have a lot of motivations, and I've heard some of the same motivations out in the room amongst the rest of you. Some of them are deeper, some of them are much more shallow. I like the way it smells here. I like being around pretty people. I feel that this is a sanctuary.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like it's a sanctuary, and I can leave things at the door. I'm kind of a selfish and greedy guy, and I'm trying not to be. I had a profound reminder of my own mortality, something in the order of 4 years ago. And I had a moment, and it's probably a moment that a lot of people are blessed to have at some point, where everything was stripped away. And I was not at all satisfied with what was left. In fact, I was deeply disturbed by what was left. And I discovered that, in line with what I just said, that I was a bit more self-absorbed and selfish and greedy and prejudiced and angry and all those things than a certain part of me would like to admit. And so Anna spoke a little bit about, wanting to process the concept of death. And so I don't know if it's like that for everybody at the age, but for me it's sort of an ever-present thing since that experience, and something that I'd like to process. I'm also chasing a feeling, kind of on impulse, kind of on as a result of a friend who's involved in this community conning me into it. I wound up at a retreat last August for 10 days. Really freaked out for the first couple days, thinking, oh my god, I'm this compound. Not sleeping for like 2 nights, just being freaked out about what was going to happen. But I left that experience. I had a couple really, really significant brain rewiring experiences in those 10 days in Arizona last year. Really significant ones that occurred during meditation, and so I'm chasing those feelings at the moment and stuff like that. So.
That's beautiful. Thank you. We didn't share a room at that thing, so it wasn't me that was freaking out. Anahita, hi.
Hi, my name is Anahita. I have been coming for 1 year. Wow. Yeah. I've also been practicing various other spiritual practices, including Sufism. So I have a tendency to be very devotional, but I feel like this lineage provides me with a map, a clear outlined map that can rewire my brain. Something I'm interested in because I really, like Flavia also, I want to understand how reality works. I want to know what is my highest possible potential so that I can show people what their highest potential is. Perhaps then I will actually see other people's highest potential. And be of service, be that which I am born to be in this world, in this lifetime, to make the highest possible choices and be of the highest possible benefit. There's nothing else that I'm more interested in.
That's 16 times, thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Katie, and something really strange and awesome brings me back to this place. This is my first time in this place, but I was at the retreat in August as well, and I remember Walter and I both sharing some sentiments. We were like, what is going on?
You'll never make it if you try.
But yeah, I just moved here 3 weeks ago, and I live like a few blocks away, which is just crazy. Yeah, and I'm just on a superficial, or just on one level, I'm here because I just moved to the city, and so I'm like trying to find a place where I can kind of recharge my batteries. But on another level, I feel like a great responsibility to be here for myself and for others. So, yeah, here I am.
Thank you. Nice to see. I thought you looked familiar.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's me.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm from India. And in India, everybody all the time says where you're born is karma, when you marry is karma, how you die is karma. So when I was pretty sick and tired of that word, I decided to take a plane and come to New York to be this cool American who doesn't have to worry about karma. Then I met my teacher, Lama Hector. And I was in his class, and I asked him, what is karma? And that changed my life. Thank you.
I love you. For teaching me. Hi.
Hi, I'm Kara. Wow, I'm so humbled. I'm a teacher, and I realize that at the end of the day, what you're teaching is really, when you teach people, you're really just trying to help them understand their world. That's what they're asking for. And I've been on this path for a very long time, but since obviously before I knew I was on it, and I would catch like little glimpses, and I would always recognize them when I saw them. But I met this lineage before I ever walked into this room. But when I walked into this room about 2 years ago, I knew I was in the right place. So I'm right.
You're in the right place. That's nice. Thank you. Hello, Missy.
Hi, my name is Missy. I'm here because Hector is a beautiful, awesome teacher, and it's a beautiful lineage, and I would like to connect to the ultimate reality, to remove my suffering and learn how to be happy, so I can teach as many others to remove their suffering and be happy as well.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Did I miss anybody? I usually miss somebody, someone behind a rock or something. No? I'm deeply, deeply humbled by everybody's comments, by the way. Thank you so much. And I wish I could, I've been doing this 16 years, 17 years, not very well. I had an encounter that lasted 3 years in New York with Geshe Michael. I learned a bunch of stuff. I didn't listen very well. I didn't do the exams and the tests and the things. I'm like, I'm just going to relax over there. I'm going to judge for the first year. And then it's like, oh, and thinking, I'm in the cold thing, and I'm like, I'm not doing the prostration. It sounds too much like prostation. Just like, I'm like, and then, then I had a transformative experience and continued to have that and it's funny, we want something out of life, and then when it comes up, it's like, I'm not believing that. This is a little bit too, people are nice. We want niceness, right? People are nice, that's weird. So then I was lucky enough to hide away from this beautiful community. I felt a bit embarrassed about how bad I was at practicing this stuff that I was learning, and I knew by the third year this was really important and it had something in it. And so I got kicked out of the country and ended up living in Australia for 9 years. And in the absence of what my mind thought were judging eyes from Geshe Michael and this community, the you equivalent of the 90s, I thought in Australia I could screw it up. I could practice it, break it, make mistakes, and nobody would judge me. Because, I'm judging everybody all the time. That's why I thought anybody was judging me. And I really got to practice these things without thinking it's a thing. Without worrying. And that brought me back here, I think. Dedication and practice in that way, pointed and focused at recreating this kind of learning experience, is why I'm sitting here today, pretending to share something with you that you guys are awakening in you. And I feel really, really humbled by all your stories and your wants, and I hope that you are capable of stepping into that space that's not far into you. It's not far into you when you can step in and have those realizations. It's very close. And when you see it, it was always there, it's always available, it's infinitely charged. And you can get what you thought you wanted, but then you get all this other stuff as well. And I deeply, deeply hope each of you find it. So let's have a break till 9 o'clock. Looks like we're not teaching class tonight. have a break. Get to know each other. Thank you so much. And see you at 9, and I will do class 6 and 7. We'll do the list, and then we'll get to the meaning of the list next week. But I'm giving you the 6 preliminaries, no? The 7 ingredients, the 5 problems, the 8 antidotes. Tonight, the 9 stages or states of meditation. So when you actually, after you've actually sat down, you're going to have a practice and you do this thing, your mind will encounter these 5 problems. You can apply these 8 antidotes to counter those problems. And as you do that, your state of mind will move through 9 stages of meditation. We'll cover them today. And then you weave through 6 powers and 4 states of mind. We'll cover them a little bit maybe today. But then what I want to do is bring all those lists together, because they'll just be concepts in your mind. They'll just be ideas. Yeah, just words that you attach to a feeling that you might have had or you're awakening from having had. Yeah? And the real meet the road is when you actually sit down and go, I've got that problem, I know how to fix it. And it really slides you into practice. So eat, be Mary or John, and that was a joke on me. And back at 9. Thank you.